Okay, this is a little demonstration of the Menuet in G from the Anna Magdalena Bach notebook, written by J.S. Bach, transcribed or edited by Ronald C. Dischinger. It's a level 2 NYSSMA solo for euphonium. Song is in the key of E flat, despite the fact that it says Menuet in G. They've transposed it for the trombone or euphonium. So watch out for your B flats, your E flats, and your A flats. Remember, euphoniums, you're going to have first valve A flats as well as first valve E flats. B flat is normal, of course, no valves. When I play this, I'm not going to play the repeats. Usually at NYSSMA, they don't want you to play the repeats, so I'm just going to play it through as a demonstration with no repeats. There are a few dynamics written in here and quite a few articulation marks, staccatos and tenutos. Keep in mind that Bach would not have written those in. They did not do that in his day. They expected the musician to be able to add those in. But this is a good approximation of probably what Bach would have wanted by Mr. Dischinger here. Make sure to use lots of air. Obviously, always on the euphonium, especially at the very beginning here, it's forte, of course. The peak of the dynamics, I believe, is at the end of the third line. It does get to double forte. Most of the rest of the song is kind of a mezzo forte, piano, mezzo piano kind of area. Okay, here we go. The first note's B, or I should say B flat. Going on. At letter B. And then you would go back and play the DS again, of course. Make sure that when you get to letter C and it does go to piano, that you don't go so piano that you get a bad sound. Remember, you always have to be loud enough with a good enough air support that you do have that nice big sound. The euphonium is such a beautiful instrument in terms of sound. I know I'm a little biased, that's my main instrument, but it's such a beautiful instrument. You really do have to capitalize on the fact that it's such a nice sound on the euphonium. So always make sure to use lots of air. Do lots of long notes as a way to warm up, get those lips in shape and everything. If you're having a little trouble with the high notes, especially on like line 3 or so, it goes up to some high E flats, and on line 5 also. You may want to practice my brass high range extension. I would not just go up to the E flat. I'd go a couple of notes higher than that, maybe the F or maybe even the G if you can. Then the E flat should be a piece of cake once you get really good at the F and the G above that. Not really too much else here to worry about. There's some tricky intervals, especially on letter B. It gets a little disjunct. I think they edited things just a little bit to keep it in the range of euphonium. This tune was originally written for piano. Bach wrote a notebook of songs for young piano players dedicated to, I think it was his niece, Anna Magdalena Bach. So that's where the song comes from. It's one of his most famous pieces. It became really, really famous later on. It's been transcribed for all kinds of instruments, but it was originally written for the piano. So just to let you know, they didn't have to worry about breathing on the piano. So anyway, that's the song. Good luck with it.